Good morning student. Today we are going to study about chapter 15, reaching the age of adolescence. This is the first part. In this chapter we will study about adolescence. Adolescence means the period of life when the body undergoes changes leading to reproductive maturity. It's called adolescence. And adolescence is a transitional stage that occur between the childhood and adulthood, and this is a state of physical and mental development. Adolescence begins around the age of 11 and goes on until 18 or 19 years of age. Adolescents are also called teenagers. The body at this stage undergo important changes. This marks the period of puberty. Puberty is the period during which the human body undergoes certain changes in their body and reproductive organ, which leads to sexual maturity. The most important change which marks puberty is that boys and girls become capable of reproduction. In girls, puberty may begin a year or two earlier than in boys. The next point is their changes at puberty. An individual goes through different changes during the onset of puberty. It differs in males and female. Also, the extent of these changes is different in each person. Each individual goes through changes like increase in height, change in body shape, change in voice, development of sex organ, mental and emotional maturity. First point is increase in height. There is a sudden and visible increase in height and weight. There are also changes in the body proportions. The arms and legs grow faster than rest of the body. Then second point is change in the size of the heart and lungs. Here diameter of the heart also increases and weight also become double. Next, there is an increase in the size and capacity of the lungs too. Next point, change in the body shape. There are the many different changes in the body shape takes place. These changes are different for boys and girls. The next point is the increased activity of sweat and sebaceous gland. Sweat gland secrete the sweat, and acne and pimples that are common among the adolescent due to increased production of sebum from sebaceous glands. Next point is change in voice. Larynx is also called as voice box. Before puberty, larynx is small and vocal cord are thin and short. So the child voice has high-pitched voice in comparison to the adult. High-pitched voice means high frequency here. During puberty, larynx grow and vocal cords lengthen and thicken. This makes voice deeper. And during the puberty, when larynx grow larger, in case of the male, it protrudes out in the front of the throat. This is called Adam's apple. The next topic is sexual development. Development of sex organ. The sex organ of the boys and girls develop. Testes, which is present in the male reproductive system, become mature and start producing semen. And in girls, the reproductive organ are also matured and the ovary enlarge and production of egg begins. The next point is development of secondary sexual characters. These are external visible characteristics that develop in boys and girls after puberty, help to differentiate two sexes and are not directly involved in reproduction. In boys, the growth of facial hair, the growth of body hair including underarm, abdomen, chest hair and pubic hair. Next, chest and shoulder widen and body become muscular. And in girls, enlargement of breast, the growth of body hair prominently in the underarm and pubic area, widening of hips, changed fat distribution and development of secondary reproductive organs. The next point is change of hormonal balance. Firstly, understand hormones. Hormones are the chemical substances produced and secreted by the endocrine glands. Endocrine gland, these are the ductless gland. Pituitary gland, master gland this is called, secretes hormone. These influence production of testosterone from testes in the boys and estrogen and progesterone from the ovaries. Then thank you to all my students. Good morning student. Today we are going to study about part 2 of chapter 15. In this part we will study about the reproductive phase in human beings. In this part we will study about reproductive cycle of females. Reproductive cycle of the females, that is also called as menstruation cycle, it begins at puberty and the onset of the menstruation cycle is called as menarche. The process includes cyclic changes in the ovaries and in the uterus both simultaneously. In the ovaries, an egg develops and matures and then released. In the uterus, a thick, spongy inner lining develops, anticipating pregnancy. If the egg is fertilized, then pregnancy occurs. If fertilization does not occur, the released egg and thickened lining of the uterus along with its blood vessels are shed off. This causes bleeding in women, which is called menstruation. The menstruation cycle stops in women anywhere between 45 to the 52 years, and this stopping of the menstruation cycle is called menopause. The years between menarche and menopause marks the reproductive age of a woman where she is able to bear a child. The next point is determination of the sex of the child. Before understanding this concept, do you know what are chromosomes? Chromosomes are thread-like structure which are present inside the nucleus of every cell. Inside the fertilized egg or zygote is the instruction for determining the sex of the baby. All humans have 23 pair of the chromosome in the nuclei of their cell. Sex chromosome. 2 chromosomes out of 23 pair of the chromosome are sex chromosome. These are named as X and Y. In female, 2 X chromosomes are there, and in males 1 X and 1 Y chromosome. You can see in the picture, the fertilized egg always have 1 X chromosome, and in sperm there are the 2 type of the chromosome are there. One kind has an X chromosome and the other kind has a Y chromosome. When a sperm containing X chromosome fuses with an egg, it develops into a female child, and when a sperm containing Y chromosome fuses with an egg, it develops into a male child. The next topic is the endocrine system. Endocrine system is a group of ductless glands that regulate body process and functioning of many systems by secreting chemical substances called hormones. They release their secretion directly into the bloodstream. The origin and site of the action are usually descent for hormones. These hormones regulates growth, metabolism, development of the body, are responsible for the maturity of the body and control our mood. You can see in the picture endocrine system. Firstly, pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is situated in the brain, is also called as a master endocrine gland. It produces hormones that instruct other glands to secrete their hormones. Next gland is the thyroid gland. It is a butterfly shaped gland situated in the throat. It secretes a hormone called thyroxine, and this hormone is important as it maintains the balance of all metabolic activities. Next, pancreas. The pancreas secretes a hormone called insulin, which regulates the blood sugar level in the body. Deficiency of insulin leads to diabetes. Next one is the adrenal gland. The adrenal glands are situated right above the kidneys. They change their shape throughout life. They secrete a hormone, adrenaline, also maintain the salt and pH balance. The next topic is role of hormones in completing the life history of insect and frogs. Metamorphosis means it is a radical change in the structure and habit of an organism during its life cycle. In a frog, it is controlled by thyroxine, the hormone that is produced by thyroid. Thyroxine production requires the presence of iodine in the water. If the water in which tadpole are growing does not contain sufficient iodine, the tadpole cannot become adult frog. Thank you to all my students. Good morning student. Today we are going to study about part 3rd of chapter 15. In this part we will study about reproductive health. The physical and mental well-being of an individual is regarded as an individual health. During adolescence, the reproductive organs develop and become functional. Reproductive health means proper growth and well-being of the reproductive organs. To keep the body healthy, every human being needs to have a balanced diet. Balanced diet means a diet that contains all the nutrients in the right proportion. Adolescence is a stage of rapid growth and the development, and the diet for the adolescent has to be carefully planned. Iron-buildable and iron-rich foods such as leafy vegetables, agri and meat etc. are good for the adolescent. Observing personal hygiene, doing adequate physical exercise, and abstinence from tobacco, alcohol and drugs are essential to lead a happy and healthy life. Good personal hygiene during adolescence: bathing daily, use of a proper soap, maintaining dental and oral hygiene, care of the eyes and ears, proper grooming. These are the some habits that adolescents need to follow regularly. Next point is physical exercise. Physical exercise helps in better digestion of the food, efficient elimination of the waste from the body. It also improves blood circulation. It increases respiratory efficiency of the lungs, and it combats stress and strain. Say no to drugs. This companion aims at educating people about the harmful effects of drugs and guides them about building effective strategy to stay away from them. Thank you to all my students.